all the page 167, yeah? Okay, right, so quickly, right, tell me which ones you have problems with rather than me going through the whole lot. Right? Anyone? Call out the answers for question 4. I'll do better than that. You're supposed to check them out at the back yourselves. But look, here, I'll put it up. 8.1, and you can mark them here. Oh, dear. .1, here we are. So here we are. Is that big enough for you? Can you see those? Okay. Okay, so correct. And then tell me which ones you need me to do. Okay, we ready? Ready? Right, okay. Which questions, rather than me going through the whole lot of them? Which question? Anyone's? No? Yes? Sorry, say that again? Question 2? Right, okay. Sorry. So, question 2. Question 2. Right, okay. Part 1 is this. Right, so this is 63 and this is A. A and 63 make up a straight line, don't they? So to get a straight line measures 180, so it's 180, take away 63, which is 117. Right? The second one is there's 3 angles. Right, so this is 67, this is 28, and this is B. The 3 angles again make a straight line, so that means they add up to 180. So if you do 180, take away 67, and take away 78, you'll find out what B is. So that's B is equal to 95, 85. Right, okay. The next one then is again there's 3 angles. Okay, they put this symbol in that triangle there. Or in that angle there? What's that mean? What's that symbol? Now that looks like it's round. It's a little square symbol. What does that mean? It's a right angle. And what does a right angle measure? 90 degrees. So then C is equal to, again, the 3 of them make a straight line, so they make up 180. So it's 180, take away 90, take away 45, which is 135. Okay, is that right? Next one is a full rotation. Okay, so that's a full rotation means it's 360. So all 3 angles there add to 360. So to get D, it's 360, take away 150, take away 70, and you'll get 140. Alright? Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, I'm okay. Yeah? Okay, the next one is the same, right? Okay, as in when I say it's the same, it's a full rotation. So this measures 80, this measures 70, this measures 140, and this is angle E. It's a full circle again, all those angles add to 360. So if you do 360, take away 70, take away 80, take away 140, I think you'll get 70, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's E. And finally F is a full rotation again. So this is 145, F 84, 108, and again full rotation adds to 360. So 360, take away those three angles there, you know, and you get your answer. Is that alright? Okay, are we good? Is that alright, Sarah? Right, anyone else? Any other question for homework? We're okay? Right, okay, good. Right, because I have to throw lots of facts at you. Right, because suddenly the pre's next week are very important, aren't they? Right, okay. So the next one is the next section, girls, is triangles. Just triangles and angles. The angles in a triangle, okay? So this for your notes copy. Yes? Sorry? No, I'm not revising anything with you because I'm trying to get the course finished. So my priority is June, right? Okay, so I'm going to keep going with the course, and when I finish the course, I'll do the revision. Okay, so my priority is to get the course finished, right? We're not far off it, right? Okay, there's kind of a few bitty chapters that we have to do, which I might do for the exam papers, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, but I won't be doing any revision with you for your pre's. Do you all hear me? No revisions for your pre. That's your responsibility. I have to finish the course because I'm all about you, right? Is that okay? Are we? So it's your responsibility to get the as much revision done as you can. Angles of a triangle, girls. Okay. So, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? What's the most important thing? You'll be using in your leaving cert, mind your junior cert. You'll be using in your leaving cert. The angles, the three angles in a triangle add to 180. So the three angles in a triangle add to 180. So it doesn't matter what the 180 degrees. So it doesn't matter what the triangle looks like, right? Okay. If we're told three angles, so if we're told this one measures, I don't know, 40, and this one measures 110, what does this one measure? So if I call that x, what would it, how would you get it?
110 plus 40.
Yeah, 110 plus 40, take away from 180. So I'm just going to write down, add those, add 110 and 40, add them and take your answer away from 180, yeah? And you will find the x is 30 degrees. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay, so and it doesn't matter what the triangle looks like, okay? All triangles add to 180 degrees. So if this one is 70, this one is 90, and what's y? So you add the two, you have 90 plus 70, and you subtract it from 180. So y is equal to 180, take away the other two added together. So that means y would be equal to 20. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right, we know that fact, don't we? We've heard that lots of times before. Agreed? Right, okay. The second fact about a triangle, and you can get away without knowing it, but I have to tell you it anyway because it's on the course. Okay? So the external angle of a triangle Can I go up? Is that okay? Have I cut anyone off? Have I cut you off? Speak up. Are you good now? Everyone okay? Speak up now if I cut you off, okay? The sum of the two interior opposite angles. Okay, that's a lot of words, okay? So what I need is an exterior angle. So exterior means outside, isn't it? So you have a triangle and then you make an angle on the outside, right? Okay. So there's a triangle and I'm just going to extend that line to make an angle on the outside. Is that all right? So this angle here, I'll call it D, right? And I'll call this A, and I'll call this B, and I'll call this C. So angle D is equal to angle A and angle B added together. Okay, so it's the angle on the outside is equal to the sum, that means add them, the two interior, that means inside, opposite angles away from it. Okay, so if you add A and B, you'll get D, right? Okay, now the exterior angle could be out here. Sorry, that's supposed to be a straight line. Right, the exterior angle could be up there, okay? So if I go A, B, C, so angle D is equal to angle A and angle B added together. Angle D is equal to angle A and angle B added together. Okay, so it's the one on the outside. The angle on the outside is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Right, we'll just see an example of that. Now, and you can get away with without knowing that fact, okay? So I'm going to show you how to get away without knowing it, because to be honest, I never use that. I know it, obviously, because I've been doing it 100,000 years, but I know the fact, but I never actually use it, okay? Because I'm used to going the other way. So example, right? If I have a triangle and I have an opposite angle, say that's 110. Yeah, right, it's an example. Right, example 1, and we'll say this one measures 60. What is, and the question is find x. Right, so the angle on the outside, yeah, which is 110, is equal to x and 60 added together. So what would x be equal to? What's x equal to? What and 60 gives me 110? 50. Right? Okay, so those two angles add up to the outside one. Right? How do you do that without knowing the fact that I just told you? This is a straight line here, isn't it? Everyone see that's a straight line? So I can get this angle in here. What's this angle in here? 70. Because the two angles add to 180. Would you agree? And then inside the triangles, the three angles add to 180. So 70 and 60 make 130. 180 take away 130 gives me 50. Okay? So I can do it, it's just an extra step. Is that alright? Okay, just using the exterior angle one again, right? Okay, so if I just go and I'll say this is 100 and this is 50, and the question is find y. What would y be equal to using the fact I just told you? 30. That's 50. What would y be equal to? 50. Right, okay, because this and 50 make 100. Is that okay? right? But if you wanted to go the long way around, what would that angle in there be? What would that angle in there be? 80, wouldn't it? Because they make a straight line, don't they? 100 and this angle make a straight line. So, and then 80 and 50 is 130 from 180 gives me 50. Are we good? Right, okay. Now I want to talk about 3 special triangles, right? Okay. So the first triangle I want to talk about is an equilateral triangle. Right. Anyone tell me about an equilateral triangle? All sides are equal, so it's got 3 equal sides. And if it's got 3 equal sides, how many different equal angles does it have?
3.
Also 3. Right, so 3 equal sides, 3 equal angles. Okay, so how they indicate the sides are the same, they'll put the same symbol on each side. So maybe 2 lines, 2 lines, and 2 lines. So they all have 2 little lines on them, don't they? That means they all measure the same length, right? If the 3 angles are the same, so the 3 angles are the same, what does that mean? What are all the angles? Like I know straight away what they measure. What do they measure? Because they all add to 180 and they're all the same, so they have to be 60. So there's 3 equal angles, right, and they're all 60, right? So in an equilateral triangle, they don't have to tell you the size of any angles. Or if they tell you it's equilateral, you know the size of all the angles, don't you? 60, 60, and 60. Agreed? Right? That's the first type of triangle. What's the next type of triangle I'm going to tell you about? Isosceles. Very good. Right. Okay. So, are you with me? Can I move it on? Everyone? We're all okay? Right. So, next type of triangle I'm going to tell you about is an isosceles triangle. Sorry, I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to remind you about it because you all know. And learn how to spell isosceles. It's weird spelling, so it's very hard to write down a word if you can't spell it. So learn it. Isosceles triangle. ISOSCELES. Right? Tell me about an isosceles triangle, girls. 2 equal sides. And if it's got 2 equal sides, it's got 2 equal angles. Now, we can't tell the size of the angles, okay? They have to give us more information. You know, with an equilateral, immediately I can say, if they tell me it's an equilateral triangle, immediately I can say 60 degrees. But with an isosceles, I know there's 2 angles equal, but they need to tell me one so I can figure out the rest. So they'll indicate the equal sides, they'll put the same symbol on each side. So I just did 1 line this time, okay? So which are the 2 equal angles? So if I call this angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, which are the 2 equal angles? 2 and 3, right? Okay, don't draw this one down now. This is just me 1, 2, 3 here. Which are the 2 equal angles here? 1 and 2. It's not the angle between the 2 equal sides. You know the way between the 2 equal sides? So if you cover that one, the 2 that are equal are left. Okay, so cover the one between the 2 equal sides and the 2 equal angles are left. Is that okay? So don't draw that down now because this is just, it doesn't make sense. Right. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Which are the 2 equal angles here? 2 and 3. There's the 2 equal sides, so not the one between the 2 equal sides. Is that alright? Okay. And I'll see an example in a minute of how, actually I'll do an example now of how you figure out stuff. Okay? So example, right, 1, right, isosceles triangle. and they tell me this side is equal to this side, and they tell me this is 70, and they said find x. Okay, so that's all they told me. Right, help while I do. 70 is over here as well, isn't it? Because they're the covered, that's not the equal angle. So 70 here and 70 is here. So how do I find out x? Add 70 and 70 makes 140, does it?
Yeah.
And x take away or 180 take away 140 means 40. So x is equal to 40. So x is equal to 180 minus 70 plus 70. Does everyone see how I figured that out? Anyone lost? Right, example 2. Right, okay, so I'm going to have an isosceles triangle again. So this side is equal to this side, and this is 80. Okay, right, where are the two equal angles? It's not the 80, sure it's not? It's not 80. Would you agree? So what do the two equal angles add to? What? Yeah, that's the answer, but what do they add to? 100, because three angles in a triangle add to 180. Two equal angles add to 100, don't they? Because 180 take away 80 means I have 100 between here and here. But I know they're exactly the same, so what will I do with 100? Halve it. So 100 divided by 2 is 50. So I'll just call it y. So y is equal to 100 divided by 2, which is 50. With me? Right, okay. Does anyone remember what a triangle, the last type of triangle is called? Sorry, you're not ready. Are you ready? Wait a minute. Nobody okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I go?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, what's the last type of triangle? And I don't want a right angle triangle. What's the last type of triangle? No equal sides, no equal angles. What's it called? Scalene. Do you remember that word?
Yeah.
So a scalene triangle has 0 equal sides, so each side measures something different. 4, 5, 6. 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, something like that. So 0 equal sides and 0 equal angles. Okay, so 0, that's 0 equal sides, 0 equal angles, and then they do a right angle triangle out separately in the book. Right, okay, so a right angle triangle obviously has a right angle in it, isn't that right? And if I see a right angle triangle, what do I know I'm going to be using to solve it? I'm either going to use what? Pythagoras' theorem? Yeah? So h squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, remember Pythagoras' theorem? The hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, yeah? Remember that from trigonometry? Or, right, what else are you going to use? What's the word? SOHCAHTOA. Right? So if you see a right angle triangle, you're going to be using Pythagoras' theorem or SOHCAHTOA. Okay? Now I know we're in a different chapter now, but just so you know, right, everything overlaps, okay? It's not put into its box. Right, are we good? Right, okay, so I'm going to give you lots of questions on these tonight, and then we'll iron out any problems tomorrow. So we're going to do page 170 to 171. Let's do 1 to 8, okay? Right. Okay, and I'll put up the